Welcome back to Black Sheep Barbell Podcast. Here he is, Mr. Brown.
What's up, guys?
Oh, shit, I switched it to my camera.
That's all right, it's fine.
That's Mr. Brown.
Episode 3, guys, Black Sheep Barbell Podcast. Had to, keep Ethan calm and kind of wind him down a little bit prior to this episode. He was all over the place.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that was about, but this episode might be pretty exciting.
We also tried to go live, and nobody joined, so...
Well, it's also almost 11 p.m. on Tuesday.
Okay, that's true.
People work, man.
That's true.
Respect that, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I get it.
So, episode 2, right, we talked a little bit about getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, we did.
Stepping out of your comfort zone, doing some things that kind of scare you, some stuff that you're not used to, you haven't done. And I just want to do a little shout out today. Not affiliated, not sponsored, anything like that. But Saturday, a friend of mine had got me involved with something out of Plymouth called the Miracle League. Basically, it is a nonprofit organization that allows kids with disabilities, mental or physical, to experience baseball games, right? Removing the barriers, allowing them to have that fun. And it was a super exciting time, man. Like seeing these children like play baseball, even considering their disabilities and just seeing the passion and excitement they had playing baseball was super exciting, man. I'm super thankful to have that opportunity. It's something I definitely want to do in the future. I was like, hey, I wouldn't mind having my own team. Like, I know we love baseball, so I'm like, all right, hey, I'll coach, whatever. Black Sheep team? Hey, we could put our flag up somewhere.
Maybe.
But yeah, I just wanted to give them a little shout out because I think it's super important what they're doing. It's awesome to see what they're doing and providing for these kids. So just a little shout out to Miracle League of Plymouth.
Yeah. So what did you do there exactly? What were you doing?
So basically, I volunteered as a buddy. So you're assigned a child. Okay. They play 2 innings of baseball, and basically you're just assisting them on defense and offense. So when they go up to bat, you're helping them. You're taking them through the bases. When they go on defense, they're assigned their position, and you just stand with them, help them out, and just get them through that game of baseball. It's a super good time. Something I've never done before. Yeah. Super exciting. That was the only game. It was like their last game of the season. So something I definitely want to do in the future.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. I think, I would like to try to help too. And
yeah,
I think I talked about wanting to do photos for them. So
yeah.
When is the next season?
They have a fall season.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's like September, October. But super exciting stuff. I'm definitely going to go back. We should both go back.
Yeah. And
maybe we'll prop this bad boy up somewhere. Yeah. We'll see. So,
maybe.
Yeah.
It's glued to the wall.
We'll get another
That's
one.
how it's up, by the way. This is how all these flags are up. This is just glue. That's it. That's all. That's what it is. Devin doesn't have a flag in his gym anymore.
Yeah, Ethan kind of stole this one.
I'll get you another one. Hey, I bought that anyway.
Was it a Christmas gift or?
Yeah, it was a late Christmas gift.
Late.
That means I was at your house for Christmas, and I was like, oh shit.
I didn't get him anything. No.
That's what that means. But yeah, I want to. We want to talk about. Like Serenix, the gym, it's in North Carolina. Is that where it is? South Carolina?
Yeah.
South
Carolina? Tying that in with what I was just talking about with like, I don't really want to say like community relations, but just giving back to people, right? Like just having that hospitality and stuff like that. Yeah. We want to talk a little bit about Serenix today. Super cool gym, right? Yeah. If you want to talk a little bit about our experience.
Yeah, dude. So, let's go back before we even went there. So we made the plan. I was up in Michigan. I lived in Atlanta. I flew up to Michigan. I swear to God, every episode I talk about I lived in Atlanta. I'm done talking about it. All right. I lived there. I flew to Michigan for the 4th of July because God bless that holiday. And so we had our 4th of July. Then we made a really quick decision like, hey, let's go to Myrtle Beach. Yeah. And what's on the way to Myrtle Beach? Serenix.
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina. So we hopped on separate planes because I already had a flight. Yeah. You got a flight too. We got there around the same time, right? So we went back to Atlanta. We drove back to my place and slept
20 minutes.
20 minutes. We slept
Probably for me 20 minutes.
Yeah, we slept about, honestly, maybe like an hour and a half, at least for me. We woke up and we drove, and so I think it was about a 6-hour drive. And halfway, literally right at the halfway point was Serenix, the headquarters. And also, Serenix was in the news recently, Richard Soren died. Rest in peace. But yeah, we went there. I think he was there when we were there.
He might have been. I'm not 100%.
I don't know. His son was there, though. I remember seeing him.
Yeah, we met his son.
Super cool guy.
Yep.
But yeah, we drove there, and it's super cool. It was like just on a regular day. They just let us come by, and I'll probably pop up some pictures for the video. And yeah, we went there. We had a little lift. Did you deadlift while we were there?
Yeah, I did a little bit of deadlifts. And the biggest reason we're talking about them is because I feel like they're a prime example of something I want to replicate Black Sheep off of.
Yeah.
You know, just the hospitality. I remember we showed up. There was nobody there. I think it was like during the middle of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody there. State-of-the-art facility. Sornix, they make their own gym equipment as well. And just top-notch equipment. People were super nice. We didn't even think we could work out there at first.
No, I was like, are you sure they're open? Like,
Yeah.
we're driving. I mean, it was on the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're a super cool gym, and I do plan to go. We want to do the event that they do every year.
Yeah, the Summer Strong. I've been wanting to go.
I know. We want to go. We got to get that money for it. But it's, that place was awesome. And they have a program called Squattober, which you've probably talked about already on here. They do
Pop the shirt,
yeah,
Ethan.
here it is. We got Squats. This is, I think, a re-release of this shirt. This was the OG. I was a skinny bastard back then, so I wasn't doing it. But yeah, this is the OG shirt that they just came out with, and I always like to get their merch. So, man, this sounds like a sponsored episode. It's not. We're just fans.
Yeah.
So,
Also, don't forget December.
yeah, December.
Sornix December.
So for those of you that don't know what that is, so Squattober, you squat 5 days a week, but it's not just squats. You still do bench, deadlift sometimes, things like that. But squats are always incorporated in the workouts. And Devin loves doing December. He just did it like early.
Yeah, just for fun.
But yeah, how's deadlifting 5 days a week?
It's rough.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know which one is more fatiguing, Squattober or December.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both fun as hell, but something about deadlifting every day. It takes a toll on your body, but it's super fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I love deadlifting, but I did fuck up my back. So last time, I moved back here, I was excited to lift again. And I wasn't even that heavy for what I've done before, but I just don't think I was used to it, and I kind of messed up my back. So now I keep pulling my back. I don't know if I didn't tell you this, dude. I literally was out to eat the other day.
Oh my God.
I'm 70 years old. I was out to eat the other day. When there's a wobbly table, I don't know if those of you that watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, there's a whole sketch about this, but there's a wobbly table. So we were trying to put a napkin underneath the leg. And I literally bent down to put the napkin under there, and I tried to lift the table. The worst pain I've ever felt. It was worse than the deadlift. Anyways,
time to retire.
I have to go to the doctor.
You're an old man.
Yeah, I have to go to the doctor's office. But it's weird because in that video, my form was fine. So
you're just not deadlifting enough.
I guess. I mean, I'm not used. I just gotta work my lower back a little bit. I gotta
Yeah.
I don't know. I need help.
The only thing, so thank God I don't really have many. I never really had many injuries or anything like that. But one of my recent posts when I was doing 295 on bench, I haven't hit that weight in a while. I think prior to that I was always hitting 275 for a single, and I was just feeling good that day. And I put 295 on. Felt super light in the hands. I kind of got cocky and carried away. Brought it out, came down super fast, and when I came up, I kind of lost my balance, stability a little bit, and right here has been tweaked a little bit. So I've been taking.
Is it still like that?
Somewhat, a little bit. When I bench, I feel it, but I was doing dumbbell press today, didn't feel it. Do push-ups, fine.
Okay,
overhead press,
that's good.
fine. So it's weird.
And I told you when I was in Atlanta, I said it again in Atlanta.
It's fine.
I'm done saying it. I promise.
Atlanta,
Georgia. Get it out, Atlanta. Okay. But yeah, when I was working out there, I think I was off for a week because I was sick, I think, or something. I came back to the gym, and I always feel so weak when I get back in there.
Yeah.
I just did 185. I was warming up on bench, and somehow, some way, I went down fast, kind of. And it felt like my pec, like a tear. Maybe not as bad as a tear, maybe just a strain, because there was no bruising. Dude, that was there for so long. It was for the entire summer.
Oh, geez.
I couldn't do it. It affected me going overhand. So I couldn't, or overhead.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do any overhead press or pull-ups would kill it.
Pull-ups?
And I did pull-ups the day that happened, and I felt it strain worse.
Really?
And the whole summer, dude, it was so messed up, and I hated it. And I couldn't do lat pull down. So I had no lats.
What were you doing?
No lats.
What were you doing at this point? I mean, what were you able to do?
Just like, I mean, I could still bench, but it's not as heavy. Because I felt it. It started to get to a point where I felt it more when I was doing the overhead stuff. Because it was like stretching it. Because it's, it's connected to your like arm or shoulder or whatever. But yeah, that healed eventually.
How long did it take?
I think like 3 months.
Oh, shit.
4 months. Almost.
This happened. It's not bad. Like, I don't feel it now. It's just when I bench, like, start to get heavy, I start to feel like around 225.
Yeah.
But this happened, I don't know, a few weeks ago. But it's fine. Like I said, I can still do
it was a good, I think you went down too fast.
Yeah, I lost that stability and, like, kind of the bar, like, coming back towards my face a little bit and me pulling it back out. I think it just kind of tweaked something right here. But the show must go on. I don't give a shit. Still gonna live.
The doctor's like, don't work out. You're like, I'm working out.
I'm going to the gym right after this, buddy.
That's it.
Like, my pre-workout and creatine is in the car ready to go.
Your pre-workout's already in. You ever see those memes where it's like you took your pre-workout and the gym's not open yet? It's that meme from Stranger Things with the guy. I haven't watched the show, but you have.
Yes.
So I know. Who's that guy in the latest season that's behind the door? And he's like,
you're
he's
putting
like
me on the spot. I haven't watched.
He's
it.
like, let me in. I don't know.
Anyways,
something. But yeah, that's how it is. That's how Victory was. Remember, we went to Victory Gym. It's just a local gym near us, but it was like right when they opened. It was snowing out.
Oh yeah, we showed up. It was like what 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Bad snowstorm. We showed up at like 5 a.m. The volunteer that was working was like, "What are you guys doing here?" Like, we got to lift. I don't care about this snow. Another bad thing too is you take your pre-workout, you go to the gym, it's closed.
Oh yeah.
Or if you go to your local crunch, don't go around 5. Take your pre-workout, show up. You're just gonna walk around looking menacingly, like staring at people because there's no fucking machine open. So.
Well, yeah. Well, I want to go back. So we went to Serenix, and we do want to go back there one day.
Yeah,
for sure for the Summer Strong. But we also did a trip before. We went down to Ohio, so we kind of did a baseball trip as well.
Super fun.
But we also visited. How many gyms did we visit there? Was it like
So we went to the Rogue store first.
Oh yeah,
which was super cool.
Yeah.
Seeing the Rogue headquarters was awesome. Seeing all the equipment, but they don't let you work out there.
I know. I was just there recently too.
Unless you're like an influencer or something like that.
That was it.
I guess Ethan and I, we're not good enough. To work out.
That's it.
But yeah, seeing all the equipment there was super cool. Seeing the apparel, all their merchandise, and they have like some stuff up front too that's like has some history to it.
Yeah.
Some barbells and stuff. Some things like circus bells and things like that were used in the past. I think from like CrossFit games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Super cool. Strongman stuff too. But anyways, I think we went to, I don't know, I can't remember. What was that, Iron City or Prison? Something?
It was like, I think it was Iron, I don't remember.
Iron Prison? I don't remember, but it was a super cool
thing.
powerlifting gym.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to check out Westside Barbell. We didn't end up going. I think that was the only gym we went to. We tried UFC gym, but that's more of like a commercial gym. There's nothing too special about that.
But that gym that we went to had like graffiti on the walls. It was like a super cool powerlifting gym, which there isn't really that here other than, the gym I visited in Battle Creek. Really cool guy that owns that place. I hope to get him on here one day. But yeah, that's like a powerlifting gym. There's not many here, which hence why, Black Sheep. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ohio's got them all, man. Yeah, Westside.
I don't know what it is. Ohio has all of them. I do want to go to Westside and check that out. That'd be such an experience.
I know. Unless are they invite only still?
I have no idea. I'll just knock on the window and be like, please let me in. I want to look at this place.
Oh.
Yeah, there's so much history behind that place, though. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Ohio is just, you can find sweet powerlifting gyms everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all over the place. I don't know what it is. Michigan's kind of lacking. Ohio has it. So
I don't know. We went to that other gym in South Carolina on the way back. That was a pretty cool gym too. It wasn't really. It was kind of commercial, but
by
it was
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, but it was kind of like a powerlifting gym.
Yeah, they had like cool.
I don't remember what it was called.
Artwork on the walls, like Arnold and stuff.
Yeah,
it was more bodybuilding style.
And as many photos as I have of it, I'll put it on this video so you guys can see it.
Yeah, I have some pictures of that gym too.
Yeah,
I don't remember the name.
I don't know,
but
dude, that day that we went to South Carolina, oh my gosh, that was like the most productive day we've ever done.
Well, yeah, we didn't sleep. It felt like the longest day ever.
We didn't sleep. We drove 3 hours, Serenix, 3 hours, right? Into Myrtle Beach. We get there.
Hold on. I don't want to cut you off, but mind you.
Well,
this
you
is
are. You're cutting me off.
Hold on.
You're cutting me
Hold
off.
on. This needs to be said. So when I got to Ethan's place, I probably slept like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
And it was the funniest thing ever. It was like 3 a.m. Couldn't sleep. Knock on Ethan's door. I'm like, hey, let's just go now. Like, I'm ready. Let's just go. Let's make the drive. And Ethan's like, all right. He's like, you're driving, though, because if I drive, we're going to die.
I didn't sleep at all on the way there,
slept
though.
20 minutes.
No, I'm saying I didn't sleep in the car at all, so I fucking
yeah.
lied to you.
Well, yeah, because the first thing we did is stopped and grabbed some Red Bulls
Oh,
at the
yeah.
gas station.
That was it, man.
That's all you needed. A little bit of caffeine.
I don't know. I wasn't even tired that day. And then hold on. I was gonna talk about the nighttime, the storm,
Yeah.
whatever. But we got there, right? We had to wait a little bit to get in our hotel room. And so we get up there. We had these like papers of ads of what's in the area, you know, all the touristy stuff, so we can waste our money.
Yeah.
So Devin's like, "There's a helicopter ride," and I was like, "Oh, let's go risk our life and go in this little helicopter that's like." It was the smallest helicopter ever. It looked like a toy helicopter.
Super fun.
It was. So we did that. We did a helicopter ride. Dude, our trip was very romantic.
Yeah, it was only a day, too.
Yeah, but
1 day.
I mean,
We did a lot that day.
I mean,
We went to a local restaurant.
that's some bromance.
It is some bromance.
It is. We had steak.
Steak.
It was like
home cooked meal.
Dude, this restaurant had different, like each plate was different. It literally seemed like a home cooked meal. But yeah, that was 1 day. So we did, and we also went on the beach, the water, and we were outside, and it was like storming over the ocean that day.
Yeah.
And I was like standing in the hotel room watching it, and then you were trying to sleep because you had no sleep.
Yeah.
And I was just standing. You said, "Wait, did you wake up?" And I was
Yeah.
just
Okay. I'll tell the story. So mind you, like we previously said, I had 20 minutes of sleep.
Yeah.
I'm laying down. It might have been like 3 a.m. I'm laying down, falling asleep. I was trying to get Ethan to sleep because he loves recording everything. And
I'm a filmmaker.
So he had the shades open and he's recording this storm going on.
Yeah.
And that's what I wake up to. I try to convince Ethan to go to bed prior to this. I fall asleep. I wake up. And this damn guy's standing there with the shades open, recording the storm. And I'm just like, dude, go to fucking sleep, please. Like,
I was so
I'm running
pissed.
off at 20
I was
minutes.
so pissed, dude. I have those videos somewhere.
Pissed about what?
Because it was like so cool. The lightning was hitting the water, and I was trying to get good shots.
Hey, when I got 20 minutes of sleep, I don't care how cool it is.
Whatever.
It can be the best thing ever. I gotta sleep, man.
But yeah, Serenix was cool. That was on the way there. I hope to go back soon. I hope to have someone on from there. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It would be nice.
And I know we've talked about doing like a little gym trip.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to like the baseball one we took. Just going to different
but
states.
specifically for gyms.
Yeah. I mean, it's always cool just to travel. I mean, traveling in general is fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
But it's always been like going and checking out these different gyms has always been part of the vacation for me.
It always has.
It sounds funny because some people are like, you're on vacation. What are you doing working out? Like, hey, I still got to live for one, but also checking out like these different facilities in these different states and stuff like that, things that we don't see back here in Michigan.
Yeah.
Super cool, man. It's literally like part of the vacation for me.
It is.
Like look it up, gyms near me, scroll through, see some cool gyms. Like, all right, check this one out, check that one out. And I know we talked about maybe doing like a little trip in the future, doing something like that.
For a video for Black Sheep.
Yeah, that would be a cool video. Just traveling around, checking out these different facilities, different gyms, their equipment, what they have to offer, which I wish we would have recorded at Sorenix a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't. It's probably because I had no sleep and I didn't remember.
Forgot. I remember when we were there, I was benching 225.
Were you?
I have a video of it, and you were laughing because you were just like, no sleep.
No sleep working out.
No sleep, getting a lift in. But yeah, I think that'd be something cool for us to do in the future. Yeah. You know, maybe we can get some other people to tag along.
Yeah.
Just going local. Like, I mean, places close to Michigan, but even just venturing out. I mean, I don't care. I'm always down for a road trip.
Russ Swole, I don't think he has that gym anymore, does he?
No.
That sucks.
I'm not too familiar with what happened. I think they didn't renew his lease for it.
Okay.
It's a corrupted strength, I believe. I think they didn't renew his lease for the warehouse. I don't know if he's trying to open a new one or what. I've been seeing videos of him working out at local gyms.
Dude, because that was a plan to go there. I remember so if you guys don't know who Russ Swoll is, he's like a huge he's a power builder.
Yeah, but he competes in power.
He competes in everything. But he had a gym in Texas. And one of his lives, I said, I want to go there and visit. And I said, how much is a day pass or something? And he told me on the live.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, now it doesn't exist. So hopefully he opens up one. Larry Wheel's gym looks worse than Crunch.
I think it was like the first day, though. So they were just opening. It was super busy.
Okay.
Super packed. I know it did look like Crunch, though.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not like that. One day I would like to go there.
Crunch.
There was a gym in Chicago. I forgot what it's called. I don't remember. But it was one of the actors that I did a film here in Michigan.
I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah, and he said I could stop by whenever. But it's like a powerlifting gym. It's cool.
Nice.
It's got graffiti and stuff on the wall. So
nice.
But yeah.
Yeah, I know the one we went to in Ohio had the Alico plates.
Oh yeah.
Which are kind of, you don't really see too many of those. I know some gyms have them. I have the Rogue ones. Some of the powerlifting gyms around here, I think they just have the Rogue ones.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, that'd be a super cool trip for us in the future.
I know, it'd be a great
just
video,
document,
too.
taking videos of all these different gyms and stuff like that. Just making a checklist, having like a little wish list, like, oh, check this gym out.
There's so many gyms, though. It would be a lot.
I know.
Better get in for free. I don't want to keep paying this day pass.
Paying day passes. He's going to be more than the gas just going on the drive.
Yeah, it's a plan.
Yeah, for sure. And I know, like, when we went down to South Carolina, I was actually super taken back by how there was, like, nobody at Sornex. Like, I think we got lucky because it was in the middle of the week.
Mm-hmm. And 4th of July time.
4th of July and all that, yeah. But, hey, you got to be spontaneous with these trips sometimes.
Yeah.
I know we were literally just like, let's go to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Let's check out Sornex on the way there.
We were just sitting, we were here, and we were just like, let's just go. Yeah. I was like, oh, the tickets aren't even expensive. Let's just go. So
that's how you have to be with trips and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, if you just keep procrastinating, you just keep talking about it, like, well, let's go here, or let's plan this. It's just going to be a train wreck because you're trying to get everybody together, and then you're going to be talking about it. You're not going to do it. It's like, when you want to go, just fucking go. Just be spontaneous about it and go. I mean, that trip was obviously last minute.
Yeah, but I think the thing that drove it was Serenix being on the way. I mean, that was like really. So I don't think we would have just went there.
Yeah,
but we were like, oh, we're close anyway.
We probably came up with that idea in like half an hour. Yeah,
we were just sitting there, and you got the tickets, you got the hotel, and that was it.
Yeah.
What was it? There was a billboard that we kept seeing on the way there. What do you remember? What was that?
It was for like some pirate show or something like that.
Oh yeah, and I was all intrigued by it, and then I looked it up. I was like, damn it, it's for kids. It's for kids.
That was like when we went.
And I wanted to see it.
When we went down to get you from Georgia, just the Buc-ee's signs everywhere.
Buc-ee's. Dude, Buc-ee's.
Like next 25 miles.
Buc-ee's is great, dude.
It is great.
Buc-ee's, their pork. I actually didn't love their pork sandwich, but the other sandwich is good.
Excuse me, what? You didn't.
Oh God, I gotta cut that out.
Dude, that sandwich was phenomenal.
It was good. It was good. No, did you had a pork? And you had
I had the pork, and I think it was like a chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the chicken was probably better.
I'll disagree.
Well, shit. I mean, I didn't have the chicken, so I don't know.
No, the pork was good.
No, but Buc-ee's is great. I miss Buc-ee's. Mm-hmm. It was still far from me down there a little bit. I think it was like an hour and a half, probably. But yeah, Buc-ee's, man. Talk about your experience in Tennessee at Popeyes.
So my buddy and I, we stop at a Popeyes.
Yeah.
And he just ordered like a little 4-piece tender meal or something like that. And I'm standing behind him. And the guy was like, that's going to be $30. It's funny because I heard him say, he was like, oh, I just want like the 4-piece like tender combo or whatever. And I'm standing behind him waiting to order my food. And I just hear the guy, and obviously Tennessee, they have like a southern accent.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's going to be $30.
Recreate the accent.
I'm not doing
Recreate it. Just do a little bit. Just what he said.
All right, he's like, that's going to be $30. And he was like, it's going to be $30. And I remember he just turned around and looked at me, and I looked at him, and I was like, $30.
Wait, were you going to order something, and you heard that, and you were like, I'm not ordering?
No, I still ordered.
Oh, okay.
I ordered like a chicken sandwich.
Oh.
Took like 25 minutes.
Jeez.
I don't know. Tennessee, man. Tennessee. Yeah. When we were driving down there, it's super dark. Mm-hmm. Just because there's no like street lights or anything. Yeah. The past 2 times I've gone down there, it's always sketchy, and it's funny because it always rains.
Oh, it was raining on the way.
So it was like raining a little bit, not too bad, not as bad as the first time. First time I drove down there, it was storming in every fucking state. Every state. It was storming in Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky.
It's because you were following, like it was moving, and you were following it through.
Yeah, and it's horrible because in Tennessee, no street lights, and when you have these oversized loads, these trucks next to you, and it's storming, and you can barely see out your front windshield, you're like, yeah, this is it, Ethan. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Oh well, you did.
I did.
No more Atlanta.
Do you miss it?
The weather, yes. I mean, living there, it was cool. I mean, I did not like living there. I just didn't like being away from everybody. But no, man, I just, it was my Batman Begins moment. I flew off and I don't know. I think it matured me a little bit. I think I was like, I don't know, a little piece of shit before I moved, and that's it,
Had to experience life by yourself.
I did.
It's a good feeling, but you tend to regret putting yourself. I don't want to say regret, but when you miss out on a lot of stuff back home, like, damn it. Because I know,
like I said before, it was I enjoyed it, but my day to day, like I went down there for work, but since I wasn't working honestly that much with what I wanted to do, I was like, why am I even here? I would have a lot of moments where I'm like, why am I even here? I'm just missing out. Like,
what's the reason?
Yeah, so I'm glad I'm back. I'm actually a lot happier that I'm back. I think winding down at the last, I was in my head a lot at the end of that, and I just, I don't know. I wanted to leave. I was done with it. But
no, I mean, that's a valid reason.
Yeah.
When you're away from everything and you see your family back home having these events and stuff, and you're missing out on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think your life, you shouldn't. Yes, you can move for work, whatever, but I don't know. I think you also have to enjoy your day to day. Like, it matters how happy you are day to day. I wasn't just unhappy. I wasn't unhappy all the time, but being away from everybody. I literally have nobody down there, so it was just.
I'm assuming in a way it just didn't feel right.
Yeah, it's funny because when I moved down there, I thought that was my gut feeling. I was like, oh, I have to move down there. I want to get in the film industry. Probably because my film school really pushed that on us. And yes, you're right. There's a lot of work down there, but I don't know. You don't think a lot about like your situation being away from family and stuff when you're younger. Yeah. I'm sure when you thought about going to the military, you're like, okay, it's going to be good. I'm going to be by myself. But then when you're there and over time you start missing family and you start
holidays and spending birthdays alone. And I mean, the phone can only provide you with so much.
Yeah.
It's not the same. And I mean, it is important to, I'm not going to talk about, because this was episode 2, like getting out of your comfort zone, but I guess just we're willing to take that risk.
Yeah.
Because I guess from the forefront, we're so tied in and focused to like what we're about to do.
Yeah.
For me, like the military, like, all right, this is what I'm about to do. Obviously you going down, this is what I'm about to do. I know I have to do this. And you kind of neglect those thoughts of missing your family, missing your friends, missing out on events at home. And you don't really get to experience that because you're so excited with what you're about to do. You don't realize that you're going to be dealing with those feelings.
Yeah.
And when you get there, you're like, shit, like, you start questioning, like, is it worth it? And don't get me wrong, it's super important to take the risk.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, just realize, like, what is more important to you? I know some people, it's the career, it's the adventures, it's things that they're doing. Or are you more of like a family friend type person? Like, do you want to be with your family? Do you want to, because we're not always going to have them.
Yeah, I think that's something I would think about all the time is that, time is here, right?
Right.
Time, you're just going to keep going forward and you're going to lose things over time and things like that. So, but yeah, that was stuff I thought about and why I decided to come back here. And the brand and everything, I just wanted to, go full force with that. And I can travel for work, man. That's all this film industry stuff. It's all traveling and I'm fine with it. So I'm happier here. So I'm happy to be here.
I'm sure it feels more natural, right? Just being back.
Yeah.
Like you feel back at home.
Yeah.
Everything's where it should be.
Yeah.
And you got to meet some pretty cool people down there, though, right?
Yeah, I met some cool people on set and things like that. A lot of people like connections, that could get me work in the future and did get me work as I was going on. But That's why, I mean, I'm grateful for the experience. It's part of the reason why I decided to move down so young, because if it didn't work out, I mean, I still am young. I can do that. I think that's part of the reason for the military for you too, because
Yeah.
you know you would have got out and you're only what
24.
20. Yeah, when you got out, though, you were.
Oh, when I got out, I was 21.
Okay, but yeah, that's the exact same reason was because of that. I mean, it was a good experience.
Yeah.
I don't regret anything of it. It was a good experience being on my own and paying rent and being stressed. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's good that you were able to meet some good people and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's hard to meet genuine people nowadays.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. So when you can kind of find those people that, you know, have same interests as you and you kind of click, it's always good, especially with you going there, not knowing anybody initially, just kind of putting yourself out there, getting on these different sets, meeting people. Because it is hard to meet genuine people nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, look at our society, man. 2024, like people just, I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm just throwing it out there. Like some people, man, you know, it's hard to find genuine people nowadays.
It is.
I know you can agree.
I can agree. Don't worry.
But yeah, that's super cool that you were able to do that and kind of make some connections and stuff. And I know we mentioned it in the previous episode, like being able to take that step,
Yeah.
right? Having the confidence in yourself to take that step and sticking with it and being able to stick to it as long as you did. But also more important than that is being brave enough to say like, hey, I gave it a shot.
Yeah.
And then now I'm going to come back because this is actually what I want now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that would have stuck down there being miserable just for the fact that they let their egos get to them.
Yeah.
And they don't want to give other people that satisfaction of, you know, if there was people prior saying like, oh, he's not going to last down there, whatever. Like, no, man, you know, you're like, hey, it's not really what I want to, I kind of want to come back. I'm not really feeling it. I'm struggling with this. That takes more bravery, I think, than sending yourself off initially. You know, being able to suck it up and just not letting your pride get in front of you, right?
Yeah, and that was, I'd also, even though like the first year I was there, I didn't, I did work on some things, but I was like, I don't know yet, but I still stayed for another year because I wanted to at least do 2 years. You know, I didn't want to just come back so quick.
Yeah.
I wanted to give it a shot. And I did. I met a lot of people. I still talk to them today. And, you know, I'm grateful for it.
Yeah.
But, you know, it just, in the long run, I was just trying to look at that. It just wasn't something, I just didn't want to be away forever. You know?
I think with me, I kind of figured that I don't know how you were going to take it because I know exactly what it was like.
Yeah.
Obviously my situation was different, you know, being government property, being away and everything is different than, you know, kind of being on your own accord. But in my head, I knew that you were going to be struggling with some stuff internally as far as being on your own, being away from family, because that shit sucks.
Yeah.
It really does, especially when you're young. I remember being down there and seeing like friends post stuff on Snapchat and stuff, and here I am by myself in a barracks room, right?
Yep.
And so you miss out on a lot,
Yeah.
and it makes you miss home. And obviously at that time, like I had like a little bit more like support and some things that surrounded me that helped me get through that. But at the end of the day, you got to do what makes you happy. If you're not, why are you going to force it? You know, if you don't really see much or you don't see your situation kind of elevating, you got to do what makes you happy. And that's why I'm saying it's brave of you to say, hey, I'm ready to come back home and start something new. But you also learned a lot down there.
Yeah.
You acquired new skills and essentially you brought that back with you. So,
And I have like experience now, like, you know, good on my resume for film work. And yeah, it got to a point where I found myself like but looking forward to coming back up here to visit. And I just didn't like living like that. It felt like I was coming back to go to work at a job I didn't plan on doing, just to come back up here when I could, when I had days off. So I remember talking to you about that, and it just eventually over time I just figured this isn't for me to live like just so far away all the time.
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right. I remember, that's how it felt for me. Like down there, obviously I missed the people, the job. The job is what the job is. I mean, it's the military.
Yeah.
You know, you signed that contract initially. You know what you're getting yourself into. And I miss the experience with the people, But being there, I remember when I would be home on leave or a 4-day weekend, I'd come home and getting back and walking into my barracks room, being like, this just doesn't feel like home, right? Just walking in there being like, oh, we're back at it. Right?
I kid you not, I walked in to my apartment. It was like one of the last times I flew back there. And I walked in, I literally said, I was like, fuck this place. That's what I said.
Just to yourself out loud?
I literally said that, yeah. I was just, I don't know. It got to a point like that where I didn't feel like I was
Didn't feel like
to be
home.
there. I mean, nothing ever will, I don't think. I think, if you ever move out of state, it's never going to feel like home. I mean, it does. You get used to it, but it's still not home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And obviously, I think if you have an established family, if you're married, you got kids, everything like that, it's different, of course. If you decide to move out of state, it's different. You got your family with you. But when you do it like how we did it, being so young, going off on your own, I know you had a roommate initially and stuff like that. Yeah. But when you take on that task at such a young age and you're across the country by yourself, you don't know anybody, and you're getting used to a new state, new city, everything. Everything's brand new. Of course, I mean, it's human nature. It's going to take a toll on you mentally.
Yeah.
You're not really prepared for everything. You grew up here, right? It's like when you get down there, it's a whole change of life. And for anybody, that would take some time to settle down and get used to it and going through those new experiences, which it is a great experience. I think everybody should kind of put themselves out there and do something similar and be in a way just so you can you learn a lot about yourself during
that. Yeah, and I definitely did. And I that's why I'm grateful for the experience. I wouldn't go back in time and not do it because I'm glad I did it. But it just made me learn why family is important and things like that and where I want to be in life and stuff, because maybe I would have never known I wanted to be here forever, because throughout my whole schooling I was like, I'm gonna have to move away, there's no film work here. But now there might be. They're trying to bring back the incentives or whatever, the tax incentives, so I hope that happens. But there's always work. I mean, they have commercials here or whatever, and I have this is what I love,
right?
So,
for sure,
this too. And I don't, like I said before, I don't mind doing film work on the side and stuff. I also do photography that does good gigs and pays well, and I just want to do that and then own a gym with you one day. That's really, it is a passion of mine, and I did find that passion away in Georgia, and that's just what it is. I mean, I think I found it because I was alone and I just had to find something to do.
I was just about to touch on that too. I think it's having yourself out there. Yeah. Right? Putting yourself in a foreign situation, it expands your mind to want to try new things. Yeah. Kind of test the waters and see what you're interested in, or let me try this, let me try that. And seeing how it works for you, because when you're back home and you're just living at home every day and you're in this routine, you get comfortable, you get complacent, like we talked about in the last episode, and you kind of start taking things for granted. And when you're away, when you separate yourself from your usual, you start to realize how important those things are to you, how important the family is, the friends. And that's kind of why I think before you left, when you were home, you kind of weren't too invested in the gym. Yeah. Just because I think you had a set schedule and routine. And once that got broken up, you started to venture out into things that kind of took your mind off of stuff. Yeah. And I think that essentially that's what got you into the gym and then now look. Yeah. And you would have never realized that passion if you wouldn't have done what you did. Yeah, that's why I honestly, I truthfully believe, I think everything happens for a reason. I know a lot of people say that, but I really believe that, because I think I was meant to go down there and this was meant to happen and whatever. I just do. I'm just glad I did find this passion. It's funny that I found it there. I mean, it was because of that, but just I know. I was trying to get you to work out all the time.
I know. You were pissed off at me all the time.
You'd be over. I'd be like, hey, we're working out at 3. It's 3:30. I'm like, where's Ethan?
I'm just in the house.
Just in the house doing God knows what. I'm like, where's Ethan at? It's 3:30. Get his ass out here. We're lifting. Yeah. But it's super exciting and super cool to see you invested in this now. And like you said, everything happens for a reason. Yeah. Everything. It's the way of the world. I believe in God. And the thing is it's a puzzle. And the way that when things happen to you and you see it as the worst situation ever, there's something on the other end. Yeah. there's been so many good things that have came to me through negative situations, and it's just crazy to see how it works out and just the way of the world and the way of life. And, you know, it always keeps me wondering, like, now I'm at a point where when bad shit happens to me, I'm like, I know there's something good.
Yeah. That's stuff I always realize too, is it seems like there's always good that comes out of the bad situations. I feel like you just learn, become a better person, or something else just happens that's good. And I just don't think that stuff is random. Honestly,
No,
I
it's
don't.
not.
And another thing I don't think is random is like passions, like having passions for things and being good at things, because not everybody, like throughout your life, like you just picked up working out. It's not like you really had influence on that, you know?
Influence.
So I think there was something there since you were born that got you into it. And I think experiences in your life gets you interested in other things too. Like how my experience got me more interested in working out, and now this is a passion of mine.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is it's something I always look at it like, if there's something that you enjoy doing and you can't stay away from it, you need to hone in on that, because there's something there.
Yeah.
Right. Like with me, with working out, it's been a part of my life for so long, 10 years now at this point. 10 years I'm working out since I was 14. Yeah. And it's always been a part of my day. And there's been times where I haven't been able to, you know, just because life events, when I was in the military training, we've touched on this, not having access to the gym, not being able to train, but I always go back to it. Yeah. When I get the chance, I go back to it. You know, if I'm off, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to do something. I don't care if it's a 20-minute workout, man. I don't care if it's some little body weight workout I'm going to do for 15 minutes or a 2-hour lifting session. I got to get it in somehow. And this is something that I consistently and constantly come back to. It's like, that's just not for no reason. Yeah. I'm not forcing myself to do this. It's something that is within me, something that I love to do, and seeing the results and helping other people with it. And I don't know, man. Yeah. There's just something to be said about things that you consistently find yourself going back to. So, and it's funny because like I felt like that when I wanted to move, and I felt like there's something I had to do. But sometimes I do think like maybe I thought like I wanted to go down there so bad for like the film industry and stuff, and I really wanted to like just live there for the rest of my life. But maybe it was meant for me to go down there to find some new passions and get in here. And could have been.
I don't know. We'll never know.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at life in a sense, I feel like everything's written out. Yeah. You know, like our destiny is pre-planned. You know, these things that you go through just aren't for no reason. Yeah. Right. When you're growing up and everything, it's like everything is set in stone. Everything you're going through is happening to set you up for that next phase of life. Yeah. To set you up for that next chapter. And it's on you to learn from your mistakes from the past, to learn on things that you've gone through, to learn, to build you into that next person so you're ready for the next phase of your life. And like you were just talking about with finding your passions and sticking to your passions. I mean, when I was younger, man, I used to be obsessed with playing video games. Yeah. And it's like, that's not really, I broke out of it in a sense because I still play video games. I mean, Black Ops 6.
I don't think it's going to be good.
Anyways, it's going to be fucking great.
Are you sure?
But yes. I don't know about the zombies. I'm not
our one day a month that we play video games because we have no time.
Yeah. But like when I was in elementary, middle school, man, I was obsessed with playing video games. This was like before I started working out. I was a kid. I was like, I don't know, six up. I was playing video games since I was out of the womb. So, but yeah, I mean, that I'll still play here and there, but it's like that's not really a passion of mine. I go back to it every now and then just for something to do. If it's late at night and I'm off. But it's like, see, like I broke off from that. The gym has never once been something where I'm like, that's in the past.
It never will be.
Never will be. 90-year-old man deadlifting. Yeah. Which your conditions right now. I mean, you're bending down at the restaurant, fucking your back up. I know. What's going on here?
I don't know. I gotta go to the doctor. I really do. I think I need to.
I think we're about to get Ethan to the doctor right now.
Yeah, we'll have a black sheep vlog of me at the doctor. But honestly, you know, talking about passions and like the gym, you know, how many people that turned their passion for the gym and now own gyms, like all the gyms that we went to go see. Yeah. Serenex was probably a passion of his at some point, you know? Yeah. And he opened that up. Yeah. And that's just goes to show that whatever you put your mind to, whatever you want to do, you can do it. I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
It's there, you know?
And something with that too is that goes to show the type of person you are as far as giving back to others.
Yeah.
Giving back to your community, giving back to loved ones and friends. Because like if you open up a gym, you're not going to open up a damn facility just for yourself.
No.
You want to give that space to people, right? You want to share that passion with others. This is something you love, and it's like I'm not going to force anybody to do it.
Yeah.
But I want to expose this passion to other people. I want people to see how exciting it can be, how fun it can be, you know, how you can make life changes through this, and essentially get yourself to develop a new habit and a new passion and a new lifestyle. Because like we've always talked about, this isn't just a hobby. This is a lifestyle.
This is it. Yeah.
It's something that everything you do in your regular life correlates to fitness in a way. Your diet, your sleep, everything. And so I feel like when you're opening up a gym and you're kind of putting your passion into this, it's, I want to share this with other people. I want other people to experience this as well. This isn't something that I'm just holding to myself. It's, I want you to get a piece of this. I want you to get a piece of this and just see what it is that I love so much and what helped me become a better person and get me to this point.
And that's what I think the idea of Black Sheep stems from, is seeing our friends get in that garage, me, you know, you seeing me get in there and just bettering ourselves and progressing. I mean, that feeling of that is what
Nothing
is
better.
stemming the idea of opening up Black Sheep one day and, you know, letting the public do that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, in a sense, is when I look back at it, I don't see it as something I'm doing for me.
Yeah.
I see it as something that I just want to see other people enjoy the thing that saved my life, essentially. The thing that I love, the thing that helps me every day. And I just want to see other people enjoy that. And, you know, one day I want to be able to have the warehouse, have the gym, and just step back and see other people using the equipment, seeing people having a good time, getting their buddies together, hitting PRs, and remembering the days, the garage days, the military days. And I feel like for me, that's what it's always been about, is just wanting other people to experience my passion. Yeah. To see other people going through it and having a good time and just being like, you know, this is fucking awesome. That's what it says.
That's the dream, man.
That's the dream.
That is. And it would be cool, like we talked about, having our old photos from that garage, like you say, in a photo book there or something. I don't know. These are all the ideas, but that is the dream, you know, just watching others from your passion get in there and better themselves.
Better themselves and enjoy it themselves and develop a new passion for themselves.
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah, I mean, and obviously having this podcast is super awesome stemming from that. And, you know, I think that with consistency and time, we'll be where we want to be. Right now, we're having fun. Right? We're making podcasts. We're posting our lifting videos, and we're showing people what we're all about. Yeah. And I know that we have a lot in store. We have a lot to share to people, and I hope that what we're doing right now can actually inspire some people to try to get into the gym. That's something too, is if this podcast and what we talk about and the videos that we share and we post, if this can inspire one or two people just to be like, let me give the gym a shot. We talked about just being comfortable, you know, not being too intimidated, not being scared. Just go out there, have fun, be your fucking self. Don't worry about people judging you, talking shit about you. Just go out there and do it. Give it a shot. Don't be afraid to fail. And if we can inspire one or two people to do something like this, that I've made it at that point. You know, it's good for me. And that's a message I want to portray. And it's beautiful to see everything that's coming to light. Yeah. So,
and this all came out of just working out.
Just working out.
And that's what I truthfully believe, working out, you're always going to have positivity from that. You're never going to have something bad other than pulling your back. That's it.
Old man Ethan.
Yeah. Just work out correctly. Be safe. But, working out, man, it's just all positive. That's it. Right. That's why we love it. And that's,
got to leave a legacy. I've said it to Ethan, I've said it to my friends, is, when my time comes, I just want to be known for helping people, getting people into the gym, getting people to work on themselves, become a better version of themselves. And if I can just say that I've helped one or two people do that, that's it, man. Yeah. I've made it at that point. I'm happy. I'm satisfied with what I did, because like I said, it doesn't stem from just my own personal wants or needs. It's, I want to see you win. I want to see everybody else win. I want to see them become the better version of themselves, because I know what it takes to go through the struggle and then kind of, questioning yourself at times and dealing with shit and being like, oh, I don't know if I see the light at the end of the tunnel. But then when you get on that other side and you see everything that's in store for you, I want to see that for other people.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
And that's what it's about, is having people find that passion too. Because when you first get in the gym, if you're just trying it out, you're not going to have that passion right away.
Right.
But keep that discipline like we talked about before, and keep going. You'll find it. I promise. And you'll get better.
Yep.
That's the whole point.
100%. So stick with it. Stick to the grind. No matter how shitty the situation looks, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
There is. But all right. That was great. Well, we're going to end this with pain.
More pain?
More pain. We got to get some new smelling salts, I think.
These are brand new. What do you mean?
Yeah, but we got to switch it up a little bit. Man, this one sucks. This one's the worst one.
You got stuck with this one, huh?
I guess we're going to switch them every episode.
You got stuck with that one. You had this one.
I had that one last
right?
time. That one's weak. I don't like that one. It's cheating. It's weak.
Fine. You pass me that one.
No.
This one, I think the reason is we don't really know how these two girls work.
I don't know how it works. Maybe you should, snort it.
No.
No.
No, it's hitting today.
Hold on. I got to redo it.
You gotta get in there, son. Can't be afraid.
I spilled it a little bit. Okay.
All right, you need this one.
What's going on?
Because this one's hitting.
Oh, I know what's going on.
Huh.
That plastic.
Oh, Ethan's trying to cheat over there.
No, the the lid fell in.
You want this one?
Oh.
No, that's all right. Here,
I think I'm immune to them now.
you're not.
That's
immune.
my thing.
You're not immune.
Dude, I think it's so funny. People just listen to this. They don't even.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. When they're listening, they don't even know what's going on.
I know. Oh! Oh! Okay. I'm ready.
He's ready to lift. All right,
All right.
so, yeah, anyways, let me clarify that for anybody that has gotten to this
I've
point.
said it every time. That
We're ripping smelling salts. right
Yes.
now. So that's what, if you're hearing all this commotion, we
It
are.
can't. It
using
can't be
smelling salts.
safe. It can't be.
I don't
We're gonna
care.
die from this one day.
Whatever.
Yeah. Who cares? Who cares?
All right, guys.
All right. Thanks.
Episode 3. Peace.
Thanks.